Guys, we're here. Son of Godzilla.
It's the one we've all been waiting for.
Why don't we just get straight into it? I mean, this is the one where our theme song, the Podzilla theme song, is the Son of Godzilla theme.
Hamish, you know our theme, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Do you want to demonstrate? Give us a little sample.
Oh no. Where does it go? It goes doom, doom. Oh no, I've already lost it.
That's good.
It goes like that, but I can't remember the how it
No, you got.
progresses from that. Da-da-da. No, that's not how it goes. Is it? There's like a little timing thing. Oh man, you guys, I'm no good at this.
we make it the Podzilla theme. Boom, boom. This sucks.
See, I kind of remember. Yeah, so I sort of remember it, but I'm like,
Yeah.
man.
We each know like the different fragments of
We'll
it.
roll the music. Roll the music. Well, we are back. It's been a while. Our schedule has been all over the place. I got COVID twice somehow. How does that happen?
You've broken all known laws of reality.
Yeah, somehow it happened. But we're back, and we've got a guest with us. Good friend, my best friend, Hamish Skelton. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Podzilla.
Oh, thanks for having me.
No, it's good.
Been a long time listener, sort of.
True.
Kind of. No, I was binging you guys for a while there, but then I
Ooh.
sort of ran out of time to do it.
Yeah.
I started listening to audiobooks and
Well, and you just, I mean, you've been a father for a year or so now, but you just had another kid literally real recently.
yeah.
So what a movie to bring you in on, you know, the movie Son of Godzilla about a father and his child and
Yeah.
about their bond.
I really relate to Godzilla in this one.
You do?
Yeah.
It's almost like this is just perfect. I guess we've asked other people that have come on the show before, but what's kind of your experience with Godzilla been? Because we've seen a few movies together, both of us, but do you remember like what your first Godzilla movie was or how you kind of
It would have been the horrible American one from early 2000s? Late 90s.
the late
eh?
90s
Late 90s.
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Infamous one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually loved it as a kid.
True.
Yeah, I think I kind of knew that there was a lot more Godzilla than just that, but I hadn't really seen any. That's what I sort of grew up on, and then I think it was when I first met you that I started watching more of the older.
Hey, here's the
Godzillas.
good stuff, Hamish,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
And then around like 2014 was it when the new American
Monsterverse stuff. Yeah.
Monsterverse stuff started coming out, and then
But you've watched like some of the crazy stuff I haven't even watched. You watched the latest, is it Singular Point, the latest anime show and some
On
other
Netflix.
anime movies?
I can't remember their names unfortunately,
Yeah.
but that's the Netflix original TV show animated, and then I think they're Netflix originals, and there's like 3 or 4 movies. I think I've seen the first 2, maybe the third. I can't quite remember. That was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And JC, you haven't seen those.
Nah, man.
So you've got like an even newer vantage
Yeah, we're
point than we
filling
do.
out
Yeah.
the knowledge between the group right now. This is
I don't know how they tie into the movies though.
if they do it all.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, like you definitely, even though not Godzilla, you've definitely like growing up, you got me into anime first off, and a few more like parts of Japanese culture that I wasn't even aware of. So even outside of Godzilla, like
Yeah.
it's cool like diving into the Japanese culture and film history with these movies. But that spark was ignited in me with some of the stuff that like we used to watch together growing up, which was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks for that. It's
Trying
good
to
to have you on
think of
the
what
show. Probably like some random stupid anime we watched together. Oh, Toradora, you know
Oh
Toradora?
yeah.
Classic, man.
Classic. Everyone's watched Toradora. Anyway, how have you both been? How have you been, Micah?
Good. Going into my last semester of study, so from here I'm going to be busy. So JC's going to have to drag me away from my studies to record whenever we do it for the next half of the year.
Are you going to be in placement again, or is it just study?
No, like, yeah. Full-time work.
Full-time work. I'm going to have to show up at the hospital with 2 microphones.
Yeah. I'm bringing you into a bit of
dialysis machine in the background. Hopefully stays on the whole time.
Look, I'll change their TV screens from Family Feud to
true.
some of the new Godzilla movies. They'll love it, trust me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's been good, but I've missed Podzilla. I have been speaking about like Japanese movies and stuff. Well, the latest bout of COVID that I had, I watched a few. I made sure to like try and tick off a few big Japanese films I've never seen before. So I watched Don't know if either of you have heard of 1977's House or Hausu.
No.
Oh, we're both very familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It's like your favorite Japanese movie. Yeah, no, it's like this crazy ass Japanese horror, just so out there. Honestly, I think both of you would love it. I watched that. I watched one called Oni Baba, about an Oni.
Classic Oni story.
An Oni mask. And then another movie called Rashomon by Akira Kurosawa, famed Japanese
Good
director.
friend of mine.
Great friend he was. Yeah, no, it was cool to like watch some other stuff outside of Godzilla with some of the same ties and same actors pop up or things like that.
Also, that was like back in the 90s as well.
Yeah, some of them even Toho Productions. I think House was a Toho production, so it was cool
way,
seeing that logo pop up, you know. But if anyone listening, if you have any good recommendations for Japanese films, I would love to check them out. So let us know. But on with the show. We got a lot to talk about.
Oh, gosh.
Son of Godzilla, the moment all of us have been eagerly awaiting since the beginning of this podcast.
It was literally the first movie we talked about on here.
Yeah.
So
Was it?
It's the one that we both said that it's the most memorable one for us.
Yeah, most like nostalgic. Yeah. And I was interested to see whether it held up to that nostalgia. I remember like vividly, the first Godzilla movies that me and Micah both saw were just a couple of like DVDs that our dad must have bought from somewhere. And there was some of the newer stuff. But then this was specifically like the oldest Godzilla DVD I think we had growing up. And for some reason, it was the one we watched the most. I remember us watching it with dinner once and with just chucking around
laying on the mat in the lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and we kept the DVD for so long.
Yeah. What happened to those? Why did we chuck out Godzilla DVDs?
I think Dad sold them at like a garage sale or something.
Classic.
I hope a random kid out there gets as much enjoyment out of it as we did.
It's enjoying our Son of Godzilla DVD. But yeah, Son of Godzilla, 1967, directed by Jun Fukuda, who we've seen do Ibra Horror of the Deep before. And this is very much in the same goofy, colourful style.
Yeah.
Hamish, did you want to tell us what happened in Son of Godzilla? Bring us into the movie, recap the plot. We'll put the sound on in the background, so that'll do most of the work for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just right off the bat, I didn't realize you guys, like, this was an iconic one for you guys. I remember asking you, I think you mentioned I should come on the podcast at some point.
Yeah, man.
And then I remember saying, I don't know why I suggested this one.
Yeah,
I have no idea. It just stuck out to me as well. It's not my favorite one by far, but and I've only seen it like once and it was ages ago. But I was like, oh, this one would be a laugh. Yeah. And then now I feel real bad.
And then we're pouring out our hearts about Son of Godzilla.
I think we watched it so often as nostalgic because when we were kids, we have two sisters younger than us.
Yeah.
And this is probably the most it would have been the most family friendly. Coming back on it now, it's a bit intense in some sense.
Man, Minilla takes a beating in this, but
I think we were able to see it with our sisters there.
It's definitely like puppets, whereas the newer stuff are more like a bit gory and scary.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we got you for this one. This is going to be fun.
All right, so I'll see if I can do it justice with this. So the movie takes place on an island somewhere. I can't remember where.
Sogal Island.
Sogal.
I got your back.
Yeah, but I don't remember the area.
South Seas.
Also, I'm like horrible with names. I've already forgotten the one character I remember.
Psycho.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. We're backing you up here, man.
Well, the movie starts off, right? It was like I don't even know what they were doing, but there was a plane going over or near this island.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess all their technology and everything in the plane was starting to act up. And they somehow realized it was brainwaves of some kind. They said
brainwaves.
Brainwaves. Don't know how it affects. They even said like they don't know how that's affecting anything. And then they fly over Godzilla. It's like epic, starting the movie. Yeah. And then they realize he's going to this island. Cut to present time or whatever. There's a big laboratory on the island that and they're what are they studying? They're like trying to change the weather for World Food something rather organization or something like that.
You're about as clear as they make it. Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to affect the weather so that they can grow crops in some areas or just make it rain in droughted areas, I suppose. There's a plane that goes over and a reporter jumps out and parachutes down. And
as they do.
Yeah, as they do. Yeah. And he finds himself on this island and all the scientists aren't all that happy about it. But then they end up just forcing him to cook for them, basically, so that and do all house chores and stuff with them. Yeah, and then you quickly find out that there are these giant praying mantises on the island. Yeah, so the journalist discovers that there is actually someone else living on the island, even though all the other scientists they did a thorough search of the island and they didn't find any hints that anyone else was there at all. But this guy goes out for one walk and he finds them. So
The luck this guy has.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, he was trying to like stop them from doing the tests, right? Because then they started trying to do their test where they shoot up like a weird radioactive hot air balloon thing that explodes and makes the weather change. And they ended up doing it, and I think something went wrong, but that's unclear to me what exactly went wrong. But a huge like storm ended up hitting the island because of it. And after that, all of the ginormous insects that were on the island are now like even bigger, and it's like real scary. That's when the insects they go for some reason. They must have been like picking up on the brainwaves or something, because they go to this rock.
Yeah.
And all some of the scientists see this part where they go to this rock and they smash open this hill basically, and inside this rocky hill is this egg. So they smash open the egg and out pops Minilla, which straight away everyone knows that's baby Godzilla. They just know it. He gets beaten up by these praying mantises, but before they manage to kill him, Godzilla comes in, saves him, kills like brutally like butchers two of the praying mantises, like legs and stuff flying everywhere. Yeah, I think the rest of the movie is just basically about Godzilla like raising up his son and teaching him how to like use his flame breath thing, and being kind of a bad parent, I think. Just through a lot of it. I think we'll talk about that later, right? Until the very last at the end, when the scientists managed to figure out how to use the weather machine properly, and there's like a huge battle between Godzilla and this ginormous spider, which I can't remember the name of, comes out of the ground and starts spraying them with webs and stuff, and they managed to kill it, and then the humans managed to freeze over the island, freezing Godzilla and his son on the island, and managed to escape.
Yeah.
Son of Godzilla. That was good.
It's good, man.
That embrace at the end of the movie, Godzilla holding his son as they both freeze to death, supposedly.
Well, no, they don't. Because they say at the end, right? They say
they'll thaw out.
They'll thaw out.
Peacefully.
Vibrating.
They're very sure that they'll survive.
They'll survive this. They'll survive.
Hearing the recap from you again, it's interesting how much there is to talk about, but how little there actually is story-wise going on.
Yeah, I feel like it makes me have to like fill in with more words. Yeah. Because I'm trying to describe every little detail because there's not actually all that much plot to it.
Like at the end of the day, this is about scientists doing tests on an island, Godzilla finding he has a son, and then battling a giant spider.
Yeah. That's real.
That's I should have just said that. There you go. Just cut out. Just cut me out.
Honestly, it's a short movie too. Like, I can't believe how fast it just went by, super fast.
Is this the shortest one we've had?
I don't know. It felt like it. The pacing wise and everything.
Very snappy.
Very snappy.
Even though there was a lot of scenes in there where it was just like Godzilla showing his son something.
Yeah.
And like standing on his tail and threatening to smack him on the head.
Yeah. Restraining himself from hitting
or there's
Minilla.
that like scene that they play basically the exact same scene that they played twice where that lady was feeding
Minilla fruit
Minilla.
multiple times. Straight off the bat, I did not anticipate the movie. I mean, we've already talked about the pacing, but the movie starts with us seeing Godzilla.
Yeah.
Usually these movies take about 20, 30 minutes to get to that point. This is straight in, we see Godzilla, and then we're introduced to the human characters. And again, this has quite a nice balance of like kaiju stuff and human stuff. It's not heaps one way and not the other.
Right from the start, though, they knew their audience and they knew that everyone knew Godzilla already.
Yeah.
Because they, as you're saying, they showed him straight away.
That's what people come
and
to
even
see.
before Godzilla showed up, everyone on the island knew who Godzilla was. And when Minilla came out, they were like, "Oh, look, that's Godzilla." Like, I feel like they were, I feel like they were trying to brush past that just to show you like the epic insects.
It's like everybody knows Godzilla.
Yeah,
To the point where Godzilla is even like a background character
kind
for
of.
most
Yeah,
of this, I felt.
He's
Yeah.
sleeping for like majority of this movie
Yeah.
while Manilla's off goofing around, nearly getting himself killed. I really liked a lot of the stuff at the camp. Like, of course, we'll get into the kaiju stuff later with the stuff of Minilla and Godzilla, but even just off the bat, the different scenes that we get of them all eating together, or the reporter, I think his name's Goro, just goofing around trying to like make them some food to eat. I think he finds like some lettuce or sogel parsley or something and puts it in a container and it's like washing it up for them. And then they say, hey, you're using the container that this dude washes his underwear in. And like points to his underwear on the washing line. He's like picking up the lettuce, unsure what to do with it now. There's just some real funny. I like the characters. Like we don't get to know them all that well. A lot of their names don't stick with you. Like we can't remember most of them. But I like the situations they're in. It's fun stuff.
Like you said, Hamish, the main characters are Goro the reporter, played by Akira Kubo, who's the reporter who jumps and falls onto the island. We have Bibari Maeda playing Psycho, the native girl, who we find out is the daughter of an archaeologist who's been stranded on the island for the past 20 years. And the professor, Dr. Kasumi, played by Tadao Takashima. And I might as well throw him in here as well. Akihiko Harada playing Fujisaki.
Yes.
But most of the other people at this campsite, they're not really talked about in too much fashion. They're not really main characters.
Other than those main characters, all the rest sort of dress exactly the same.
Exactly the same, yeah.
They kind of feel like Star Trek, like red shirts or something. Like they're all they're in the background. You pick up on the same faces here and there, but they're all just kind of doing their own thing as part of the group. And literally wear red shirts later. Like, what are they wearing towards the end of this movie? Like Christmas clothes while it's all snowing? Is this the true Christmas movie? The true Godzilla Christmas movie?
So.
Son of
What was
Godzilla?
it? There were red like puffer jackets, right, with like white, like
Fluffy white frills and trimming.
yeah.
Do we get introduced to the mantises first? Off the bat, when the reporter comes, he sees the giant praying mantis.
Other than Godzilla, right at the very beginning.
Yeah, you're right. And I think the praying mantises are called Kamacuras. Kamacuras. And I love these dudes. The sound that they make, I think before you even see it, you just hear the sound and they're like looking around.
Kind of sounds like someone scraping their nails across like a chalkboard to me a little bit.
It's like, it's not a nice sound, but it's cool. You know? Like it's real distinct.
And menacing.
Yeah, these things are creepy. I mean, you were saying before, Margaret, how this was kind of like the most family-friendly thing. But these are creepy things. You see them in the middle of the night, their eyes like shining bright. And especially later on when Godzilla's like tearing the limbs off them and throwing them around. This is pretty like, I love the kaiju stuff in this. From the design of the Kamacuras to Kamanga, the giant spider later on.
That's the name.
They just look cool. We're getting like giant, real crazy looking insects.
Yeah, they start off as like the size slightly larger than human. They gave me very Alien vibes, you know, the first xenomorph in the Alien movie, but then they end up growing to Godzilla size, where they're controlled using wiring on a stage.
Yeah.
Much like, what are the puppets you use?
Marionette puppets?
Like, almost like marionettes, where like all of their limbs are controlled.
Lonely Goat Herd Sound of Music puppets? Are we talking that?
That's the one.
Yeah, it looks real cool.
It is cool later seeing 3 of these giant puppets all fighting Godzilla. One human person in a suit fighting these 3 puppets. Them all flying over him and getting their limbs ripped off. Having proper ragdolls for him to throw around.
Yeah, you can do like more with them, and I don't think we've seen much. I guess Mothra's been puppeted up to this point.
Yeah.
Must have been. Godzilla and Minilla can do a lot more with these things. Yeah, ripping them apart, throwing them around. They can be like set on fire. They can be chucked across the stage. And it's just real cool seeing these insects get torn apart. And again, kind of like Ibra, the giant lobster. They're not like real unique monsters, but I feel like even though they're just insects, you wouldn't think that'd be unique, but they look real cool for what they are. Like Kamacuras is real menacing, the huge glowing eyes, the red body.
Yeah, giant light up, almost amber-like eyes.
Yeah, and then Kumanga with like his purple eyes and green skin. It's just real cool. I love the vibe of this movie. I don't know. I really love it. And the colors of the movie, not even the colors of the kaiju, but again, the colors everyone's wearing I don't know.
Just like the lab as well. Like all
yeah,
You notice
all the
it was very
buildings are
vibrant.
very bright and vibrant, which is just fun. I like it.
I think that one scene where they Godzilla like rips off one of their arms and like throws it, or like he picks up one of the mantises and throws him, but then he like breathes fire
Sets
onto
it
him,
on fire.
and then like one of his legs goes flying off and it lands next to a person. And it's
Yeah.
like on fire the whole time. That would have actually been very difficult to do. I
It
reckon.
looks great. And
Yeah.
we've picked up like movies before this one when you see kaiju and humans in the same frame, and it almost looks like they're green screened, or you see like blue outlines where the humans are and where the kaiju are, because obviously they were filmed in different locations, or one was miniatures, one wasn't. And this one, I saw very little of that. Like, sure, you see the odd string on the puppets, but for the majority of like the editing and the cutting out, looks real cool.
And we were watching in high.
Yeah, streaming it on the Criterion channel, so
Well, it wasn't 4K, but it was like very
Yeah,
high
yeah.
definition. So back in the day with the blurry screens, this would look amazing. Really cool stuff to watch.
yeah, watch this one on VHS. You're in for a treat, you know?
Should have given you the proper experience first coming in. Bring out the old video cassette
Oh
player.
yeah.
Let's talk about the sequence when Minilla is born. The Kamakuras, guys, just going to town on these rocks.
Nasty.
Going to town on this egg. And then it just breaks. And there's this squishy looking like puppet gelatin thing. That's baby Godzilla Minilla.
They do a good job of making him look all like slimy and gross.
Right?
I think when he comes
How
out.
do you guys feel about his overall appearance of this, especially at that stage? A lot of people don't like it, but it's almost so bad and so goofy that I love it.
I wouldn't say I liked it, but I feel like, I don't know. I feel like when you see like a baby bird coming out of the egg, you know, it's got that real nasty, gross, like, ugh, sort of vibe to it. And I think Minilla definitely has that vibe.
Yeah.
I feel like it's accurate. I feel like
For
that's
sure.
like what a weird, gross Godzilla baby should probably look like, to be honest.
Yeah. Manila, like, as a newborn Godzilla, kind of supposed to be a bit gross, bit
Yeah.
clumsy, and they portray that really well. The Kamakuras are just pretty much piercing him with their claws, real poking into him. And you can tell how squishy he is. It's almost too brutal.
Minilla wakes up and he just gets the whole movie long hit and nearly torn to shreds by these giant praying mantises, like webbed up and nearly killed by this giant spider, whacked a couple times by his dad, like hit with his dad's tail, nearly left to die.
Frozen on the island.
Yeah.
It's like a day or two after he's born, he just gets frozen. I feel sorry for the dude.
No, Josh, what do you think about him? Because Manila's been up there with some of your favorite. He'd be up there with your favorite kaiju, right? You've got some figures of him in your room. I'm looking at one right now.
I do have a Minilla figure. I don't know what to say. I know he looks ugly. Like, I see the dude. I see his stupid face.
I mean, we can all agree it's a stupid face, right?
So stupid. I see it. I see his, like, him rubbing his tummy.
It's got a very pathetic look around him.
He's
eh?
so pathetic. But I can't help but love the dude. Like, this is so unique out of any monster movie ever. Just to have this real weird, ugly-looking, dim-witted little kid kaiju. Like, the Son of Godzilla. The most, like, destructive force in all Tokyo's just in all Japan. The whole world, pretty much, is just this little old, pudgy little baby bird.
How'd you feel about the scene where he's like falling over, throwing a wobbly, throwing a tantrum?
Doesn't want to go where his dad says it. He literally throws a tantrum. I gotta say, I hate the dude, but I love him. It's almost like so bad that he's good. Like, I don't know why I like this guy so much. And again, I'm trying to put like nostalgia out of the way of us seeing this guy and me growing up with him as like a kid. But yeah, I love him. Watching it again, I don't know the last time we saw this either. Like, I think I must have seen this years and years ago. Like, I must have still been a kid when we watched this.
I think it'll be around a decade now.
Yeah. But, you know, he hasn't lost his charm. He hasn't lost his charm. I love the guy.
I will say they do a great job through the course of the movie, just showing how clumsy and how stupid he is. I mean, we see the scenes of him with Godzilla trying his best to father this new baby, and they don't really talk about how Godzilla is the father to an egg that's just found on this random island.
Like encased in rock as well.
Yeah. Like, is he really the son of Godzilla?
Yeah, and it's interesting as well because as soon as like the people on the island see him, they're like, "Oh, it's a baby Godzilla."
Yeah, everybody knows it.
This little pathetic looking thing. It's a baby Godzilla, you know? But I looked online about it because it's still very debated, but officially he is Manilla's an infant member of the Godzilla species, but he's not Godzilla's true son and was adopted by Godzilla in Son of Godzilla.
That kind of makes sense because there was that one scene where Godzilla leaves Minilla, and it kind of seems like he's actually just deserting him, right at the very end. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun here.
No,
where the island's freezing over, and Minilla is not able to carry on walking through the snow, and it's starting to freeze up, and Godzilla was just gonna completely ditch him. And I was wondering, it kind of had that feeling at the time, Godzilla's doesn't really have much of an attachment to this child.
Yeah.
If he really was his father, he would be.
Yeah. He would have been there wouldn't be any kind of second guessing or anything. He does he does come back and then freezes over with him, which I mean, I don't really know why.
He could be there with your kid till the end, Hamish. That's the question, you know?
Yeah.
That's the question. And
I mean, he was going to defrost anyway, so he could have just gone and then come back.
Yeah. It's weird though, because it poses a question how many Godzillas are out there? Have these people seen baby Godzillas before? We've only seen the first generation Godzilla in the first movie that got oxygen destroyed, and then the second one appeared. And this is the second one we've been stuck with since the 1955 Godzilla raids again, all the way until now. And we haven't seen any other Godzilla, but yet something laid this egg.
I wonder if they were setting this franchise up for a Bride of Godzilla.
We get the son of Godzilla, we get the bride of Godzilla.
We get the whole Godzilla family together.
We get my cousin Godzilla, we get
It would be the Christmas special then. The Star Wars Christmas special.
Yeah, the Godzilla family holiday special.
Oh my gosh, Minilla is so have you seen the Star Wars Christmas special?
I've seen bits of it. I haven't actually managed to push through.
Chewbacca's son?
Yeah.
That's basically Minilla.
It's literally Minilla. Whoa. Did the Star Wars holiday special take inspiration from Son of Godzilla? What's his name? Lumpy? No, that's the grandpa.
It's something like that.
I can't believe it. Yeah, I like Minilla.
Does this give you guys grounds to now start going into Star Wars as well?
Yeah,
Star Wars Godzilla adjacent. Yeah, all the stuff with Manilla's goofy and fun. And I know by this time, in the movies, this was very getting more tailored towards kids. And I reckon this would have, obviously I loved it when I was a kid. I don't know what your son thought about it, Hamish, while he was in the room making Godzilla roaring noises next to me and Micah, but...
Was he actually? I missed that.
Yeah, every time Minilla or Godzilla roared, he was like, rah. It was real cute.
But, this is a fun movie. And all the scenes, I'm kind of getting used to the kaiju doing random sports games, what was with the Kamakuras, hitting the ball between each other.
Oh, that was the best.
Hitting it to Godzilla, or Minilla hitting it off his tail into his face. Everything always ends up in Manilla's face somehow or another.
How many rocks actually got thrown and ended up hitting Minilla in the face?
Two.
There's at least two.
Yeah.
He injures himself so many times in this movie.
Yeah.
Gets rocks thrown in his face, he trips over rocks that he's playing kickball with.
That first
trips
time,
over Godzilla's tail, I think, as well.
The first time he tripped over a rock, so pathetic. He walks up to a rock, tries to kick it, and just falls straight over backwards.
Okay, that scene is cinema masterpiece right there.
You reckon?
If you think about that actor in that scene, I have no clue if that was intentional or not. It looks so effortless.
Yeah.
That's a masterclass in acting.
I'm with you. He's really committing himself to the Minilla role, you know? Get out of here, method actors. Christian Bale going super skinny or putting on heaps of weight. Get out of here. You're not falling over, rolling down hills, kicking rocks into your own face. This is an actor. This is acting. This is acting, guys.
Show a picture of his face.
That brings up a good point as well, because the Godzilla actor in this movie, we've had a regular for most of the movie so far.
Hiro Nakajima has been our Godzilla.
He's not the actor in the Godzilla suit in this movie, is he?
Yeah, well, should we just get into the kaiju? We've talked a lot about them already. This Godzilla suit had to be made a lot bigger than previous suits because they wanted to show the difference between Minilla being so small and Godzilla being the dad a lot bigger. So they made a new suit. They made the new suit's face resemble what Minilla was going to look like more than previous Godzillas. So you see the Godzilla in this movie, like his eyes look a bit weirder and are like a bit more cartoony almost, or like on the top of his head. I didn't like Godzilla's look in this too much, but they had to get someone else to play him for that reason. So they got a taller baseball player, Seiji Onaka, who was cast as the main Godzilla performer. However, he injured his hand early in filming and subsequently was replaced by Hiroshi Sakita, who we've seen as Sander in War of the Gargantuas before this. So originally it was going to be Haruo Nakajima playing Godzilla, but he wasn't tall enough, so they got this baseball player who injured his hand, so they ended up going with this dude that they've used before. But I think Haruo Nakajima still acted as Godzilla in some of the water scenes at the start of the movie in some sequences, so switches a few times.
And who played Minilla? Because they must have been a small actor.
Yeah, so Minilla was played by professional wrestler and entertainer Masao Little Man Machan Fukuzawa.
I thought you were going to say Danny DeVito there for a second.
Manila's played by Danny DeVito, guys.
Professional wrestler.
Man, imagine a Son of Godzilla reboot with Danny DeVito as Minilla. Yeah, so Little Man Machan was cast, and he apparently had a really hard time moving around in the Minilla suit, but...
Well, don't really notice that, eh?
I mean, it looks like Manila's having a hard time in his own body anyway, you know?
Yeah. I wonder if it just sort of like helped with everything.
Yeah.
Something I didn't really notice while watching, I guess it's a good thing you don't notice it, but like the height difference. It's like they've done it really well.
It's
like
pretty
going through it, I
significant.
didn't even think about like the fact that
There's an adult in the Manila suit.
Yeah. I was actually thinking at one point, I was like, did they get like a child in here? Like a
Yeah. Well,
do it, or-
apparently he had a really hard time in the suit, and he would constantly fall over, and he was unable to stand back up just because of how the suit was made.
So was he not actually meant to be that clumsy?
But the special effects director loved it and said that he was perfectly embodying a toddler, so they just kept it all in the movie and kept doing it.
Especially if you're like first acting gig.
You just fall over. Keep doing more of that. That's good.
The cameraman is just laughing at you. Prime footage right there.
Something that's real interesting as well, which I never realized before, but Minilla is actually based off of someone. So Manilla's face in particular is created to resemble the character Chibita from a popular manga called Osomamatsu-kun that was published in the weekly Shonen Saturdays at the time. Chibita was what Manilla's face was.
Ah,
I have a picture of him
Nice.
here.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I can see it.
I can see it, you know?
Got a pretty bulbous bald head.
Big eyes. Looking a bit stupid.
Just a
Bit
bit.
pathetic. That's what you want. But yeah, I mean, we've been over Minilla already. He's just like this pudgy little grey.
I think
He's got like dorsal fins like Godzilla does, which is pretty cool,
Yeah.
like tiny little ones.
I think they did a really good job with that actually, because it's because there's obviously two suits that they actually have. I don't know if that's written down anywhere.
Oh
Like
yeah,
in the research.
well, I don't know if the first one was a puppet or what, but yeah,
It's
Yeah.
right when he comes out of the egg.
Yeah, because it's actually quite hard to tell whether or not it's a puppet
Yeah.
or a person in a.
It's
in a
definitely
suit
not
there.
a person. It seems more like an animatronic or...
it looked great, whatever it
Something
was.
Because it
Strings
was
that
at
were
like
dragging across the
one
ground.
point where I don't think you were meant to notice it, but I think Godzilla sort of he's like lying down on the ground and he's struggling to move, and then Godzilla sort of steps near him and he sort of slides backwards.
Yeah,
I
it looks real
noticed.
unnatural, eh?
It looks real unnatural, but I think it was kind of just like get him out of the way, get the puppet or whatever out of the way a little bit for
So it doesn't get
'cause
destroyed by the suit actor.
by the suit actor, yeah.
That
But
would
they
make
did
sense.
they did a really good job, I reckon, of change because like when he first comes out of the egg, he's just completely smooth body, like
Yeah.
just this weird like bulbous like
Our
looking-
art for this episode is of that stage
Yeah.
Manila done
has
by
no
Dora
teeth.
9898.
He's all like gummy
Yeah.
and weird, and but then like just a little while later when it's someone in a suit, they've added in a little like more texture to skin.
And they explain it away. They're like, oh, he's growing real fast.
Yeah, he's got like little teeth and stuff now, and yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think they did a good job of sort of like transitioning that. I think from like a baby to a toddler kind of thing.
They grow up so fast.
They do. Should we play some Manila noises? Was that a good one?
Yeah.
You think that fooled people?
It really soothes the soul, doesn't it?
It does. Man, I might just put this on and go to sleep with this. Like, this is white noise as you drift off.
Can I also say as well?
So whiny.
Yeah, you'd be used to it. Manilla's little atomic.
Oh, he does like his little atomic rings.
Yeah. Do they have an official name?
Right.
Probably. I didn't see, but yeah, he.
I love them. It's like Gandalf's smoke rings in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't seem to do anything to the kaiju he's attacking. They just like daze them for a little bit.
Does he do that in later movies?
I cannot remember.
Because he does drop. I never realized this when I was a kid because I thought this was the movie with Son of Godzilla.
Yeah.
I didn't realize until we started this podcast that Minilla was actually in a few more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's in after this Destroy All Monsters, which is a big crossover. Then he's in All Monsters Attack. He's also in Godzilla Final Wars. And he shows up in the TV series Go Green Man. So I honestly cannot remember him really in any of those. And I don't know what he acts like or what he does or... I don't know.
I hope we're going to get more clumsy Minilla.
Apparently there's also like a popular fan theory out there that the Godzilla featured in the Godzilla films Godzilla vs. Hedorah through to Terror of Mechagodzilla. So like a big chunk of the films coming up. There's a fan theory that is actually grown up Minilla.
Oh, okay.
Because the costume looks a bit different and the timeline kind of syncs up. So I don't know. We'll see if we catch on to that fan theory later on down the track. But besides from Minilla, or Minya, as he's known as, there's Kamacuras, which are the giant praying mantis. As we said before, they're just real cool looking praying mantises. They're reddish, got wings, orange eyes.
Kind of real cool that their eyes actually lit up.
Yeah.
There's like one scene there where one of them dies like real slowly and you can see its eyes just fading out.
The
And that's
life
like how
fading
you
out
know,
of stuff.
like it doesn't get like ripped apart or anything. It's
Yeah.
later on when when they introduce the spider, which I guess is the next one you're going to be naming. Sorry.
Yeah. No, alongside, you're completely right. Alongside the Kamacuras is Kamanga, which is a giant spider, and similarly, it has again glowing eyes that kind of fade out the same way when it dies. Oh, the other thing I also really liked about the Kamacuras is similar to Ibra, they have two different claws. Each one of them has like a sharp, like knife-like claw that's a bit curved. And then it has like one straight spike or sickle. That's pretty cool.
Both for attacking Minilla.
Yeah. Something here, I mean, you already mentioned it, Micah, but Kamacuras and Kamanga were both operated as marionettes with piano wires. And the Kamacuras in particular was created mostly using wood. And the front claws are made completely out of iron.
Oh.
Which just sounds like a pretty like rough material. Minilla taking that beating? Iron claws?
It sounds like a very heavy puppet.
Yeah, I reckon. How many people? I don't know how many people were behind it.
Do we know what size? Because there's a lot of scenes that are very obviously like miniature when they show some of the labs and stuff. But do we know what size it was for like some of those battles?
I said, there were 9 Kamacuras props made in total. 3 large, 3 medium, and 3 very small ones used to provide a more varied perspective of the monsters. Multiple Kamacuras props were actually burnt during the filming and torn apart to depict the 2 Kamacuras being incinerated by Godzilla. That's cool. 9 Kamacuras. Where are they now? Where are they now?
It's like a graduation.
Well, a couple of them got burnt. So.
Yeah.
Are we expecting like a graduation, like glow up? Where are they now?
Imagine having a Kamacuras marionette. Like a little one. Like a little...
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be so sick.
Yeah, that would be sick.
So sick. And yeah, Kamanga's the same. Puppets were used. However, 20 people were required to operate Kamanga. And they also had like a huge practical claw. Really cool scenes with this claw. This is one of the things that freaked me out when I was a kid, and I could vividly remember is them like a couple of the main characters hiding away in a cave or like a cavern, and this claw just reaching in.
Yeah.
Like nearly against their faces, trying to claw at them and pull them out. Cool stuff.
There was that one scene where they, like back at the... Oh, is that a different cave where all the scientists and stuff were?
Yeah, Psycho's cave. At the
where
end.
the claw actually comes in, you can see it. Like
grab someone, eh?
Yeah, because before that, I was thinking maybe it was just clever camera tricks to make it look bigger. But then this, like in this scene, it's like very obviously just wrapped around this guy.
Yeah, it's a huge
Quite
prop.
big. Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, that's awesome stuff.
I feel like it would have been pretty fun to shoot.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
He would act around like a huge claw coming out your
Imagine.
huge leg.
And Kumunga also has like the giant spike mouth.
Yeah, that thing. It was a bit confusing at times because this is all of us during the segment when Kumunga's like spikes coming out of its mouth. This is a part where Godzilla's close to Kumunga, and it's like cutting between Godzilla's eyes and Kumunga's spike. Godzilla's eyes, Kumunga's spike, and then something happens and Godzilla like clutches his eye.
Yeah.
But he's standing up at full height while Kumunga's
Upside down on the ground. Like, what happened there? Did he get stung in the eye, or did
I
he?
thought it was just like some like intense like sort of showdown sort of thing, like jumping between them, sort of like he's gonna act, but
He's
then it
just
suddenly.
face-palming Godzilla.
Yeah.
He's not even, but his eyes like closed.
I thought he must have got him in like the thigh or something, and he was
Yeah.
just like, I don't know, he was just being like, oh yeah,
Oh, he's
yeah,
overreacting.
face palming, just like, oh,
Yeah.
what the heck? Why did I do that?
Nice,
Why did I stand so close to him for so long?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and we see Kumunga and the Kamakuras a few more times. Kamakura shows up in All Monsters Attack, Godzilla Final Wars, and one of the anime movies, Godzilla Planet of the Monsters,
There you go, Hamish.
as well as other shows, games, and books.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones I have watched.
You might have. I don't know.
I don't remember it.
I have no
Maybe
clue.
it's later on.
It's probably in it for like a split second. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then Kumunga shows up and Destroy All Monsters, All Monsters Attack, Godzilla Final Wars, and Godzilla Singular Point, the anime series. So apparently there's spiders in that, which are called
I don't
Kumunga.
remember that. Again, it has been. It was a little while when I watched that. I watched that when it first
Yeah.
came out, which wasn't that long ago. But
And again, there might literally only be a mention or in it for a
Yeah.
few seconds. Who
There's a lot
knows?
of
We'll find out.
references in Singular Point, I know.
Yeah. Some Mysterians and everything in there, right? But yeah, that's all. That's it for the kaiju in this movie. Did you guys have a favorite? I'm obviously Team Minilla. But did you guys love any of them in particular?
I definitely like the praying mantis suits, or
Yeah.
not suits, the puppets. I don't know for as like kaiju's. I'm not sure if they're like
They didn't blow you away.
yeah, but the detail that went into and like some of the close up scenes that
Their
they show
mouths?
of their
When it, like,
mouths and
yeah.
everything, yeah, and like just I
It's
don't know, like,
nightmare stuff when it like
Yeah.
zooms into their mouths moving around.
it's quite gross as well, where one of them gets flipped over and you can see around like their legs and stuff where it's more like fleshy, I guess. You
Yeah.
can see all this like gross like hair
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
fuzzy stuff is around, and they're pretty like grotesque looking.
Yeah.
They did
creatures.
so well detailing them.
Yeah, I feel like they did a better job. The spider was really good, but I feel like I feel like the praying mantises sort of stick out a bit more to me. I don't know. I'd say they're probably my favorite. And I wasn't a huge fan of Godzilla in this movie.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, he's just sort of being a lazy dad most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, we can give him it, right? It's his son's movie. He just found out he's a dad.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say that. So they're probably my
I share the
Favorite?
appreciation for the Kamakuras. I think they're so well made, especially as like a creature that you want to have multiple of for fighting. I will say Minilla as well, though. I love the
There we go.
progression of both Minilla and Godzilla's relationship. How, Manilla's just messing around, but Godzilla wants to teach him how to be a Godzilla, using his atomic breath, how to roar like a Godzilla should.
Yeah.
And he's just failing all the time. I will say Minilla. Manilla's my favorite.
Okay.
The relationship in this is weird as well, because there are a few scenes, like you said, where Godzilla like almost goes to hit him a few times.
Yeah, big time.
And I think we laughed about it as kids, because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Minilla.
But he's pretty abusive in this, like, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's like, it feels like the whole movie is just one moment away from like snapping and attacking his kid. Just, man, is he a good dad?
I feel like
Wait, from your perspective, Hamish, how did you kind of connect to this?
As a dad,
father-son
how would you rate
dynamic?
Godzilla's
I feel like he's got some bad techniques,
Okay.
but I think I get, because I don't think he's really there to be a father.
You're
I think
right.
he's more like, here's this child who is quite possibly the only other Godzilla out there, and so he's just going, I'm gonna have to I have to drag myself over to here to make sure that he survives, and then also teach him like how to be just just how to survive so I can leave him again.
A functional
so I don't have to stick
Godzilla.
around him.
Yeah.
That's kind of the feel I was getting from him.
Yeah,
It's like the scene where he's teaching him how to like use his breath was probably the most abusive, where he was Minilla was obviously freaking out by when Godzilla showed him like his breath, like his flame breath, or is there like an official name for that? Because it's not really
Atomic breath.
Atomic breath, yeah. So, you know, he shows him that and he freaks out, and then he's like forcing Minilla to like stand there and do it himself. And he
Right
keeps
on the
puffing out
spot,
those little rings. And every time Minilla like turns to go away, he like threatens to smack him around the head. And just scares him more. And then eventually Godzilla stands on his tail, forcing him to just like freak out and finally
I forgot he did that.
Use his atomic breath, and it finally works. And then the second he does it, Godzilla just turns around and lies down and has a nap. He's just my job's done. I'm gonna have a nap now.
And then Minilla does it like by himself again, right?
Yeah.
But Godzilla's just sleeping.
But then strangely can't do it again after that.
Yeah.
But I found it interesting because it's like Minilla then turned around and just started trying to play like with Godzilla's tail, and I'm pretty sure it was in that same scene.
Yeah.
It just seems like he's just wanting to have fun, hang around this person who he just assumes is his dad, probably. Yeah. And then Godzilla's just like, no, I'm not. That's not why I'm here.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just here to make sure you survive. So I don't know. I feel like he's not really like, especially after what you were saying before about him probably not being the dad. It definitely kind of feels like that now, thinking back. He's not really being a dad either. He's just
doing his best, or he's just trying to make him survive.
He kind of comes across more as like a grumpy uncle who doesn't really know how to raise kids.
Right. But I mean, it's all redeemed in that last moment when he literally can save himself, but he goes back just to embrace Minilla.
Heartwarming.
Did you guys have tears in your eyes during this? This was the same as me. Like,
well, a few seconds after that, they just say, "Oh, they're going to throw out them peacefully." So it sort of took it away from me. It's like, oh, this wasn't really a sacrifice.
All the tears were sucked back up.
Yeah,
frozen, fell to the ground.
Okay, Hamish, if you had any parenting advice for Godzilla in this movie, what would you give him?
Well, probably don't use fear tactics to teach your child.
That's good stuff.
That's good.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Just from a start, probably look at, not, focusing so much on teaching him how to survive on his own within the first 2 days.
Yeah.
And, focusing on, just,
making sure he's fed well.
Bonding, making sure that he's fed well.
Let him chill out for a bit, have fun.
Yeah, and have fun. Yeah. I think Manila's just wanting to have fun the whole time, and Godzilla just wasn't having a bar of it.
Godzilla literally sleeps while there's killer praying mantises and spiders right next door.
That's the other thing. Just, sleep with Manila's...
Take him away from the island.
Either ditch, find a better neighborhood, or or at least be awake when Manila's awake, keep an eye on your child. Yeah. But as we said, he's not really his child, so
yeah. Exactly. Did you guys have any favorite human characters?
I will say the only person I can remember from this movie as a kid is Psycho. Yeah. The native girl. I really liked her then, and I really like her now. She's just a
good actress too, eh?
Great actress. She's still alive today. She's doing some modeling, I think.
Really?
She hasn't been in too many other movies. I did a quick Google search. But compared to most other actors we've seen in these movies, she's one of the more expressive, and I feel like she embodies her character and her enthusiasm for Minilla, and it just all seems so natural. Yeah. I really love her. And her scenes where she's just chucking fruit to Minilla with the strongest baseball arm you've ever seen.
Yeah, how is she doing that?
She was two-arming it. She was just tossing it.
Chucking it.
She wasn't even throwing it. She was tossing it.
Yeah.
It's at least a few hundred meters. No, she's real cool. I do like her.
I really liked Goro in this, the reporter. I related to him. There's a segment when he's just wanting to take some photos of this research team, and he's following the professor where the professor's trying to walk and do his job. Yeah. He's a couple steps forward in front of the professor trying to take photos and real struggling to get the great shot. I relate.
You've been in that situation
My
before.
job in marketing and advertisement, I need to go places, take photos of people. Sometimes you're in awkward positions, walking backwards, sitting into things. I got that.
Yeah. I do feel like I relate most to Godzilla in this, even though he's
He's your favorite human character?
even though he's like he's a horrible father. Human character, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a guy in a suit, so all he wants to do is sleep.
That's where you're at with your newborn right now.
Yeah, and with my toddler as well. Just like if you want to lie down and have a nap, and then my son's just like jumping up on my legs, jumping up and down, and just not letting me sleep at all.
You need to freeze them. That's it.
That's probably what Godzilla was thinking. He was like, actually, I'll get a long nap if I go.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Best sleep of my life.
Win-win. I'm a good dad, and I get to sleep.
Oh my goodness.
Human characters, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. As far as like, are we just talking about who you relate to or who you like the most?
Who stood out?
I do feel like even though you don't really see much of him, I do feel like the professor. I don't know. He just seems like, he's just there. He's just trying to do his job, and like suddenly there's this person parachuting on the island, and then randomly there's this native who they just didn't notice, and then just everything turns to custard. And I don't know, it kind of seems like the whole way through he just holds himself together quite well, I think, under the circumstances.
Because the tests they're doing are for like a good cause. It's explained that, I think he explained it, that places like the Amazon rainforest, yada yada yada, are places on Earth that aren't ripe for growing crops, and with the population increasing in 100 years, there won't be enough food to feed everybody. So he wants to harness the weather and create environments to best produce food for the rise in population. And there's this random reporters coming around and stuffing him up.
Yeah.
This natives, stopping him from freezing the island over.
Yeah.
He's trying to do his like justifiable, important job.
He's like the good Thanos, right? This is what you should do when faced with global hunger and overpopulation. Try to plant more food.
Yeah.
You know? I love this professor's look as well. He's got like the white sides of his hair tucked behind his ears. He's like...
He's kind of got that little bit of that evil, like, genius kind of
a little
vibe.
Bit
a little bit, tiny bit.
Is he also maybe our next Mr. Fantastic? He had that look,
Guys, John Krasinski became rude because you guys called out. You made an outcry. Can we make the same happen to this actor?
Get the professor from Son of Godzilla in the next Fantastic Four.
I hope so.
I was looking at the actors, like the list, and like the only one that looked like all of them look really old now.
Yeah.
Except for what's her face? The Psycho, yeah.
Yeah.
So she must have been really young when filming it, because I mean the character was only 20. Hold on, if the character's around 20 and her father died 7 years ago, that means she was from like 13, roughly?
Yeah.
She was living on the island by herself?
Yeah.
Learning Godzilla calls?
When there was no Godzilla around? How does she make those techno-sounding calls out of her hands?
That's pretty crazy.
Crazy stuff.
Guys, I'm sorry, we can't get the Reed Richards fan casting. He passed away in 2019.
Oh,
have you heard of deep faking?
So close.
Get out of here.
They're doing it. De-aging?
Get
this
out
is
of
it. I've got a few bits of trivia. We've already been through most of it. But a couple years before this movie, they wanted to make another movie featuring Godzilla's son. So they wrote a screenplay called Two Godzillas, Japan SOS.
Godzilla 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. And apparently there's another juvenile Godzilla named Godzilla Jr. who would menace Japan alongside Godzilla. But unlike Minilla, Godzilla Jr. was going to be a very serious present.
What do you mean? What do you mean a very serious present?
Very serious presence to Japan.
I was thinking about that for a second. I was like,
is there actually a character called Godzilla Jr.?
Yeah, so they've later on used Godzilla Jr. As a name for another adopted son of Godzilla later down the track.
So he's dang.
To keep adopting. Right?
Yeah, I wonder if he gets another child, like a proper his own.
I wonder how many times he's adopted like children and they just haven't survived.
This is the one movie that actually shows it because it's successful.
That's how they know that it's a baby Godzilla. The people, they're like, we've seen heaps of these. They always just get killed off. In the screenplay for this as well, Minilla was just called Childzilla for a lot of it. And he was officially named by the people of Japan. So prior to the release of the movie, they had 8,211 people send in entries for what they wanted Childzilla to be called.
Oh, that's cool.
And Minilla ended up winning the draw. So the word Minilla comes from Minira in Japan, which is a mix of Mini Gojira, Mini Godzilla, Minilla.
Yeah.
And yeah, it became, that name was drawn. It was added into the Son of Godzilla screenplay. There was a naming ceremony where they had Minilla dress up in like this robe outfit where he was officially named. We'll share the photos on our socials. It's real cool. But yeah, Minilla, named by the people of Japan. And honestly, even though Minilla gets a lot of flack outside of Japan, in Japan, Manilla's routinely topping the top. They do like kaiju polls of who's the most popular kaiju. Minilla tops it all the time. He's always in the top 4.
Really?
He's always
That's
the
surprising.
people's favorite, which is surprising because he gets a real bad rap over here outside of Japan.
Do we know if they're planning on bringing him in on any of the more like newer Godzilla?
Bring him in the Monsterverse.
Yeah.
Do it.
We were talking about that in a past episode because they've pretty much gone through all of the classic Godzilla characters like Mothra, Ghidorah, Rodan. I think they need to like delve deep and get some of these other more iffy characters in.
Yeah,
Make him
I
look
feel like
more goofy
Manilla's a
too.
classic though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're talking about classics, he would be next on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last cool thing was this was the first Godzilla film written by a female writer. Kazui Kiba collaborated and wrote part of the script with Shinichi Sekizawa. So that's a little bit of history for Son of Godzilla. That's all that I have here. What did you guys think all in all the movie? Did you want to start, Micah? Give us what your thoughts. Give us a rating.
Ooh. I like this movie. I think there's so much nostalgia around this that it's unfair to give it a proper rating. I want to try as much as possible, and the thing that stuck out to me the most throughout watching this is one, what felt like the lack of a plot. It's not really there because the focus is just on Minilla and his hijinks. But to just the length of this movie, it went by so fast. I thought this was like 2 hours long when I was a kid, and looking at it now, it goes at a breakneck speed, and by the end, you know, you got your highs and lows. You got Godzilla coming in, Miller coming in, a few fights, giant fight at the end. Hey, it's done. I would have liked to see a bit more of an interesting plot. Other than that, who's the director for this? Because he did the
Jun Fukuda.
He did Godzilla versus Ebra Horror of the Deep. I think a lot of those elements carried over. In that one, I liked it because it was very, very loose, very funny. The actors had a lot of fun with it, and the script was very tight. And I think that told a story of Godzilla and the human characters well. This one, I felt like the script was a little less tight, a little less funny in some places, and all of the laughs, which I do like in Godzilla, but it mainly came from Minilla. So I think all in all, this movie is less good than I thought it was as a kid, but the good that I enjoy in it now comes from Minilla. And I do have a lot of appreciation for him. He's just a stupid little guy. And I've come to appreciate that a lot more. What do I rate this out of, you guys?
I don't know.
You guys come up with like a weird gimmick every time, don't you?
Weird gimmick. Man, these are very serious ratings we give it.
Do we do
Do you do out of 10 or out of 5?
out of 5? We do usually out of 5. Should we do clamshells filled with warm red water? Is it better with
For people who haven't seen the movie, we haven't talked about that at all. That's the most left field answer you could give.
There was like a big pit that we thought was lava, but it didn't look like lava at all. So we was like, oh, that's probably just a big pit of lava that Godzilla's hanging around.
What about atomic rings? Anyone got any better ideas?
Maybe this helium fruit. You know, this fruit that she was like...
Helium fruit?
I honestly, I think it's full of helium. When
That's
she was
it.
throwing
That's
them, and
the
they're
word
just
right
like...
there.
You know, and they're just like floating right up.
They're like
and,
balloons she's picking off the tree.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's it.
What were those? They look like...
They're helium fruit, man.
They're helium fruit. I'm looking at it right now on Wikizilla. Helium fruit.
Can somebody please edit the article and put that in? I'm juggling between 3 and 3.5 helium fruit. I think I'll give it 3.5.
True.
Just to bump the helium up a little bit higher.
Okay. What do you think, Hamish?
I think overall, yeah, I have to say that the lack of plot all the way through, it does kind of feel like this movie's it's just really showing you really cool puppets, really cool like fight scenes, and introducing a new character. Otherwise, like everything on the human side of it was very forgettable in my opinion. And it kind of felt like, even though it was going by real quick, it kind of felt like by like halfway through the movie, it felt like it could have just ended. Like, because he had an epic fight with the mantises, I'm so terrible with names, sorry guys. And it was just like, oh, okay, it could just end now, you know? But they kept filling it out with more and more of this, like, kind of felt like, it just felt like filler, basically. So you're just there to watch Godzilla, like, you're there to watch Minilla be introduced, Godzilla fight more monsters, and then that's it, basically, for this one. There's not really much else to it.
Okay.
And so that's kind of a feel I got from it anyway. And everything else in between was kind of like, well, I mean, I think it was important having the humans there because they caused the mantises to grow.
Yeah.
They're already really big from the beginning, so they could have just...
I guess
they could have just explained it away as just being that they were already that big to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I don't know, I kind of felt like after they had done that, they didn't really serve much of a purpose to the plot, other than freezing the island. But by that point, all the bad, like, insects and stuff had been killed, and it was just Godzilla and his son there. So they were just freezing them. So, I don't know. I like the fight scenes, but I felt like the plot was basically not there.
No, it's a good point. For somebody who hasn't seen, like, a bunch of Godzilla movies, this is such a weird one to jump in on. Because for a Godzilla movie, Godzilla doesn't really do too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The focus is on another kaiju. And on the human side of things, like you said, it could be over halfway through.
Yeah.
And their job isn't really too important in the grand scheme of things.
So I have seen some of the older, not this, well, I've seen some of the, like, 90s, 2000s Godzilla.
You're a few decades in front of us. Yeah.
Where they, most of the time it seems like the humans are there because, like, because it's their cities and everything are getting destroyed. You know, they're the ones in danger. So
like, they're really civilizations in danger.
It's really important to follow them and see what even though it's really just a kaiju movie, it's about monsters fighting, you know. But you want to see their perspective of it, and also often it's like they're trying to do as much as they can to sort of like minimize the amount of damage that's being done. And also some movies it's to try and bring Godzilla in, that kind of thing. So they do serve a purpose, you know, throughout the movie. Whereas in this, I kind of felt like, other than causing the problem, they didn't really serve much of a purpose, you know what I mean? Yeah. Other than that, I really enjoyed the fight scenes in it, though. Like, even though it's just a guy in a suit,
it's just
smashing up puppets.
Yeah.
It was fun and quite satisfying to watch. And yeah, Minilla, he's whiny and annoying, but he is also quite entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'd be tossing it up between 2.5 to 3. Probably go 2.5. So
2.5 out of 5 helium fruit from.
I don't know what I'm basing,
Hamish
like, because you guys
Skelton.
are basing it off the ones you've watched.
You're right.
Eh?
Yeah, 100% right.
So I'm basing it off like,
And you've got a lot of other favorites that aren't this one.
I'm basing it off like other ones I've seen.
To be fair, we have gone
I
through
feel like
a lot of pretty bad movies.
Yeah.
Since the start here. Like, we've seen the low movies.
Is 2.5 too low, or is that too
Go
high?
with your heart.
I don't know. Maybe I have to go with a 2 then.
Oh,
I've seen some really good ones like later on. That's what I'm basing it off, and you guys are basing it off like the
That's fair, dude.
So I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Jason, what do you think? Yeah.
Am I crazy?
Oh no,
Listeners, am I insane?
what's he doing?
I don't know.
I love this movie. I tried to push nostalgia away. I tried to uncloud my brain, uncloud my eyes. I tried to see this movie for what it was. And I just love every aspect of this. I love how fast it is and how entertaining it is and how fun it is. I really love the fights in this. I just think the use of miniatures and puppets and kaiju stuff is just kind of unmatched from a lot of the stuff we've seen so far. All the monsters look so cool and so creepy. The scenes, especially with Kumanga, like they're reminding me of stuff like out of Jurassic Park, decades before Jurassic Park came out. And I just love it. Especially even I see where you guys are coming from with the plot, how it's a bit different than usual. But I think it's real unique. I think just having this small group of people out in the middle of nowhere having to deal with all this stuff going on around them, and them having an actual good reason for them to be there, having Psycho show up, her kind of backstory that it's alluded to a little bit, her like whirlwind romance with Goro, both of them like running through the sand, smiling at each other. I just love every part of this movie. And I know that it's goofy. I know it's real old school. I know it's not really what you come to a Godzilla movie for. But I love it. I'm 5 out of 5 helium fruit for Son of Godzilla.
You love this.
I tried to get nostalgia out of the way. I don't know if it is nostalgia or if it is just me really appreciating this film, but I love what Jun Fukuda has done with it. I love what he did with Ibra. I love the colors. I love how fun this is. I can't wait to introduce this to my kids one day. I think this is just really cool. For the Showa era specifically, for this era of films that we've watched a lot of, I think this is one of the best. I think the best we've seen so far. And it feels weird like reviewing this next to 1954 Godzilla and me rating that a bit lower, but just for me personally, this is a real fun time. This is an entertaining movie.
I think what Jun Fukuda is doing so well at the moment after these movies is showing a great different kind of movie and contrasting like the great destruction that you normally see in Godzilla movies to some of these like still realistic but ultimately quote unquote unimportant situations where like, you know, it's not life threatening, but it's still entertaining to watch, and you can still make real creative stories about these out of the way situations that can happen.
Yeah, 100%. I had a good time, guys. I had a good time. And that embrace at the end of the movie, how can that not give you 4 stars? It's 4 out of 5 already, you know? You can only go up from that embrace.
One day when I'm a father, that scene right
it's
there.
It's going to hit differently.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'll bump it up to a 5 out of 5 then. Or bring it down to a 2 out of 5.
I already have a father. I've read a lot lower than you guys.
Yeah, Jason, what did some of our Discord members think?
Yeah, so some of you wrote in, Big O, you said, to put it simply, Son of Godzilla is Jun Fukuda's greatest work. Never once do I get bored, annoyed, or upset while watching this. This is a pinnacle of 60s kaiju cinema.
Oh, I'm feeling bad
the
now.
The fun cast with the charismatic Akira Okubo taking the lead role, the excellent wire work for Kamakuras and Kumanga, and the phenomenal monster acting for both Godzilla and Minilla. This movie is a huge moment for the podcast, and should be. For both of us. Yeah. And it's a 5 out of 5 movie no matter what. With that being said, I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. Even though this is a better movie than Ibra, I like the characters more in that one.
Oh, agreed there, Biggo.
I'm feeling real bad.
What a movie. It No Dove, you said Son of Godzilla is a heartwarming story of a father-son relationship. Minilla is adorable with his ugly cute look and cries, making every scene with him a delight. The fight with Kumanga is almost frightening, helped by the amazing soundtrack, and provides a great dramatic conclusion. The only downside is Godzilla's hideous new suit and the fun but rough human plot which needs some work. One of the 5 best of the franchise. I'll give Son of Godzilla 4.8 out of 5.
Wow.
Ooh. Man, we're getting some high reviews. We didn't even touch on the soundtrack, but the music the whole way through this, I love it. Not even what we used for like the Podzilla theme. Just every single sequence of music in this.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Great stuff.
So good.
This is like the one Godzilla movie where I would love to get a soundtrack on like vinyl.
100%. Yeah. Just chuck any song from it on. Yeah. And it's great. We've got a couple letterboxd reviews from you guys. Kev wrote, this is perfect Saturday afternoon fare. This is a movie about Godzilla and his son fighting giant insects, and that is a beautiful thing. At one point, the camera zooms out so far that for a split second, you can see the edges of the backdrop. It does not get better than that. Fantastic costume work and puppetry, even if the giant pupils of the Godzilla family make them look like off-model Simpsons characters. Minilla in particular is just hideous. With his giant eyes, strange mouth, and bizarre demeanor, he makes E.T. look like your favorite IG thirst follow.
Oh, that's a great sentence right there.
I was surprised to find myself really compelled by the human storyline, despite the painfully mid-Atlantic voice acting all running together after long enough. The actress dubbing the woman on the island gets audibly bored halfway through, and it got a laugh out of me with every single line.
Is that for the dubbing?
Dubbed version,
Oh man,
yeah.
we should have watched that.
Felt weird to hear the Podzilla theme song. Lol when it played slow for Godzilla and quickly for his son. In context. Can't wait to hear Jasha get well soon. And Micah, please stay well. Break this down. Please don't forget to talk about the party streamer spiderwebs.
Ooh. Yeah, when Kumonga is trapping some of the humans in the cave, he just like breaks out they do look like party streamers.
Yeah.
Like long strips of paper.
They cover the whole they're like sets in this. They just get covered with these streamers. So cool. And then Alex Knox from the Final Draft podcast gave this a watch and said, the look of existential dread on Manilla's face being born into a world of pain. Powerful.
Yeah, definitely.
What a review. Thanks for watching this along with us, guys. Apologies that it was a bit of a longer episode, but we had to. This is a heck of a movie. Thanks for joining us, Hamish.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Where can people find more of you?
Oh, well, I'm on a podcast with someone you might know called Jasha Drake.
What?
Yeah, we do called Collectania of Everything,
Yeah.
where we literally talk about everything.
Yeah, we talk about mysteries, movies,
It's
everything.
nowhere
and
near as
anything.
well organized as this.
We are on a bit of a hiatus at the moment with COVID and Hamish having a kid and everything, but we'll pick it back up at some point.
Yeah.
It's like semi-regular episodes over there.
Semi-regular. It's Podzilla's getting a bit like that at the moment. But yeah, check out Collectania of Everything. We're both over there. Links in the description.
My favorite episode is when you guys did on Polybius.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was a few episodes back.
Yeah.
Good listening.
Haunted arcade cabinet.
Good listening.
That was a lot of fun.
Now, guys,
Mm-hmm.
we're in for a big one next week.
Yeah.
And Hamish, you're gonna want to listen to this one. Destroy All Monsters,
Yeah.
1968.
Uh-huh.
This is one of the big crossover ones we've been waiting for.
It has all been leading to this.
The year is 1999, and many of Earth's monsters live peacefully in an ecological preserve on Monsterland while scientists study them. That peace is short-lived, however, as the island is suddenly attacked by an alien race called the Kalakian. Is that how you...
We will find out. Kalakian? Kalakian?
Kalakian.
Venusian? Venetian?
Also, Monsterland?
Yeah.
This sounds like Jurassic Park.
And we're skipping to 1999?
Yeah.
Like, what is happening?
Kadakian? Yeah, maybe.
Who knows? But we'll see more of Godzilla. We'll see more of Minilla next episode. And this is a movie that we've been looking forward to. A lot of these like Godzilla adjacent movies, Atragon, Varan, even King Kong Escapes, which we just did, all have kaiju in them that make an appearance in Destroy All Monsters. So we'll be checking on our socials. If you want to join the road to Destroy All Monsters with us and check out some of those movies you might have missed that will be leading up to Destroy All Monsters, be sure to keep an eye on our socials and our Discord.
And am I correct in saying that neither of us have seen this movie?
We started it and
With our dad,
with our dad and turned it off because apparently it was too scary for us.
in a tent on a stormy night.
Yes.
Ooh. So this is new territory for us.
This
I'm
is
excited.
this is something else. But thanks so much for listening, guys. Thanks again, Hamish.
Oh, dude.
What an episode.
Good
For having me, man.
That's been Podzilla with your hosts, Jasha and Micah Drake. Follow along on our socials at PodzillaPod and jump into our Discord via the link in the show notes.
Huge thank you to Cassie Celine who did our podcast art and Degora9898 who did our episode thumbnail.
Let's go. And just a disclaimer that any musical sound effects used in this episode belong entirely to the Toho Company. See you guys next episode.
Wow, wow.